How y'all doing? And welcome back to Larry Reactions. Just want to talk about WWE, the build up this week for the pay per view. Man, crazy. Let's start off on Monday Night Raw. Man, so we have finally have brand new women tag team champions. Raquel Gonzalez and Aaliyah. Um, think they deserve it. They've really been putting in work, especially Raquel for the work that she did at NXT. Uh, I don't know why, but for some reason, when Vince was in control, it's like when the NXT superstars got the call up to the main roster, they just kind of swept their achievements and everything that they did under the rug, like it almost didn't happen, and it shouldn't be like that. You know, they even at one point NXT was putting on better shows than the main roster, than Raw and SmackDown. Real shit. Uh, NXT always delivered. I mean, no matter what, they always delivered. But the fact that they're the new women tag team champions, they deserve it. And plus, they beat Io Sky and Dakota Kai, especially with them being a part of the new faction with Bayley. And speaking of their match that they got, and they're going against Bianca, Bianca Belair, Oscar. I forgot. But yeah, it's a big triple threat, basically a 3-on-3 match. And I honestly I don't see the reason that Bianca's team would win. I think it would make more sense if Bailey's faction won, just for character build. You know, because if they lost, it'll make them look weak. You know, I really don't see the reason why they would lose. But we'll see. We'll see a clash at the castle. But the main thing that everybody's talking about that happened on Raw, the interaction between Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. Damn. I mean, I knew they had beef for real. That was a few months ago. It was some comments said about Becky that was said from Riddle. You know, vice versa. You know how social media is. You know, it's a lot of politics that goes on in the back in the locker room or whatever like that. But man, when they did that interaction, that interview or whatever like that, the like the Skype call or whatever like that, man, I mean it got real. Like it was, man. I mean, that definitely hit home. That was some heat. That was some real backstage heat. I mean, it was very good, very entertaining. I cannot wait for them to get a hold of each other at the next pay per view at Clash of the Castle. They are gonna beat the shit out of each other. I'm trying to think how the match is gonna turn out. I hope they kind of keep it going. I just hope it's a brawl. I hope they do something different, with it being under Triple H now, with the way they running things and giving the wrestlers complete creative control. Man, it ain't no telling what they gonna cook up. It ain't no telling what we gonna see at the pay per view between those two. Uh, Seth Rollins, you know, his background speaks for itself. Matt Riddle, his career that he's had so far, especially the work that he's done in NXT when he first started. Great competitor, great wrestler, and an MMA background, of course. It's gonna be a really good match. Can't wait to see it. Also, NXT this week. So they did something pretty fucking cool. They did something really, really cool. I really liked it. So all the current champions, it was like they're getting ready for a pay per view called Worlds Collide. You know, and basically some of the titles are on the line or whatever like that. and the former champions that came from NXT that's now on the main roster, they basically showed up on NXT. Like Braun Breaker was sitting in the back, and then all of a sudden Tommaso Ciampa popped up. And man, Tommaso Ciampa is like one of the greatest NXT champions ever. I mean, and it's crazy. Even when he stepped into the arena, you heard him in the background saying, "Daddy's home, Daddy's home." And you know, to all you fans, you know what that is. You're talking about gold, the NXT belt, of course. He was back there telling them, you know, what it means to be NXT champion. The pride that it holds, you know, everything. The honor of being an NXT champion and what it means to be NXT champion, meaning you carrying the legacy of NXT into the future. And I really enjoyed it. I really liked that Triple H is acknowledging the work that the NXT call-ups have gotten, and it's not being swept under the rug, because that was really irritating. That was very irritating. For a long time, I never understood that. It's like it almost they tried to write it off like it never existed. And the matches that they put on in NXT are stellar. I mean, you can't, man, A1. I mean, you cannot. It's like lightning in the bottle. I mean, they got it. They always had it. And then on so we're moving right along to SmackDown. So last week, basically, the main thing, Drew McIntyre got his ass kicked. I mean, got his ass handed to him by the Bloodline. Now, they're building up for the big championship match. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Now, do I think they're going to drop that belt to Drew? It sounds good on paper. The Tribal Chief ain't losing that belt. I don't see it happening. What I do see happening is either Karrion Kross getting involved and hitting Drew McIntyre in the head with a chair. There's also rumors about The Fiend may pop back up. If Bray Wyatt pops back up in that match, I'ma lose it. I'ma go apeshit. That is gonna be a sight, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see what they're gonna cook up. I just honestly, I'm telling you, they are not. Roman is not losing that belt. Roman is not losing the undisputed Universal title. He's not doing it. Now, there are rumors that they're talking about separating the belts again, which kind of makes sense, because now they're trying to play Roman like they were doing with Brock Lesnar. They're trying not to put him on TV as much. And I mean, you know, I understand. I mean, the man been working. He's beat everybody. I almost sound like I'm cutting a promo right now, but coming from his mouth, that's what he said. He's beating everybody. He's got the longest title reign in WWE history, and I'm all for it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I rep the Bloodline to the fullest, but also big fan of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre deserves the shot. I mean, for somebody who came into the WWE years ago and got basically proclaimed by the chairman as the chosen one, a future WWE champion, and then he says he got complacent, and he basically got buried. He was in 3MB, which was just like, man, it just couldn't get no lower than it. I mean, you up there playing air guitar with Heath Slater and damn it, what's his name? Jinder Mahal. And like I said, it was just got buried. So he left and he came back, better than ever. Started off in NXT, Rex Shop in NXT became champion, and he got the call up to the main roster. I mean, instant superstar. Definitely gonna be a future Hall of Fame, Drew McIntyre. But I just don't see it. I do not. He is not. Roman Reigns is not losing that belt tomorrow. He's not. There's no way. If the Usos still gonna got gold around their waist, Roman Reigns is definitely gonna keep gold around his waist. But like I said, they're not gonna have it where it's just a clean win over Drew McIntyre, because that will make Drew, look weak. They ain't gonna have him just get beat. It's gonna be an interference, either Karrion Kross, which I'm kind of leaning towards Karrion Kross. But man, if Bray Wyatt, if the Fiend show up and just pop up out of nowhere, the crowd is gonna lose it. I mean, I'm gonna lose it. I mean, the crowd is gonna go apeshit. And the fact that the pay-per-view comes on at 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm definitely gonna be up to see it. I definitely plan on being up to see it. Honestly, I cannot wait till in the morning. I hope it's a great show. Oh, and also Gunther versus Sheamus. That's another one. That's gonna be a fucking brawl. They are gonna beat the shit out of each other, and I'm gonna be right there with my bowl of Apple Jacks watching it like a damn fool. Excited, can't wait to see it. But y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all thinking, what y'all predictions is, and I will be doing a review on Clash of the Castle. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that, and make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. God bless the Fed. Whoa.